Hey guys, it's Melody Lane, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this Thankful for You wreath. I've had so many people ask me to make the Merry and Bright one, so I also made that one, and I share both of these files in my same post with my mystery box. So you not only get 7 files if you purchase the mystery box, you get 8 now. So if you've already gotten the files, go back and get another one. The link is below in the description. I will show you how I did the print and cut on this one. On this one, I didn't use quite as many layers as I did in the other file. I just used the glitter paper, and behind it I used foil green poster board, all from Cricut.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hey everyone, I want to show you how I put my pattern in the Thankful for You. That's not something you have to do. You can use solid color paper, you can use pattern paper, or you can do print and cut and fill in your own pattern. I want to show you how I did mine. I took this piece, click over here on the layers panel, and click the little printer icon. Right underneath the printer icon you can see patterns. Click on patterns, and then these are some patterns I uploaded of my digital paper. Let me find the one I used. Is this one. It's changed it to a pattern. Now you can click on this and go down to the bottom and click edit. So you can change the size of the pattern. You can make it, I think I made mine down to 49%, something like that. Or you can even make it bigger. So you can do whatever you want on the patterns. It changes it so much. Here it is even smaller. And then you can see that there's little leaves in there. And then you just click the X whenever you're done and however you want to have it. I think I originally did 49%. And then this will write right on top of this. So once you hit go, let's go ahead and click make it. It will print this out without these lines on it. See the line? That will not be printed in your printer. You're going to print this out. Hit continue. Choose your machine. And then click send to printer. So this will pop up. And then I always go to advanced options. And then I get this. So I can select the media quality or whatever I want. And for mine, I do the rear tray. And I do heavyweight paper. And I always put this on best quality. And then hit print. And then I go to my printer, take out my paper, and load it into the mat. Let me show you how I do that. When I put my paper in to be printed, I put my cardstock in a little crooked. So it printed crooked. So I tried to put the actual print image more straight on my page. The paper's crooked, but that doesn't really matter. We're gonna see how this works. And we're gonna be drawing on this also. So I printed it in my printer on cardstock, and so I'm loading it back into the machine. And then it's gonna write on it and then cut. Gold glitter pin on here, but I can't see it enough. I want to do it again. And I knew I might have that problem, but I wanted to try it. So I'm going to try this moccasin. It's kind of a brown color. So I'm going to put this in. And I'm not gonna unload the mat. Even though this one's blinking, I'm gonna hit go again. And now it's gonna write it again. And I can tell already I like that better. Okay, now it wants to cut it again, but I've already cut it, so I'm gonna hit pause. And then I'm gonna unload the mat. Because there's no reason to cut again. Okay, I was cutting everything out, and I decided, I was taking this off the mat, and I decided there's a lot of newbies that don't know how to take things off the mat, and this one you have to be very careful. The outside edge, I just took off. That came off pretty easy with just my hand. For bigger pieces, I flip over the mat and bend the mat back and then hold the paper down flat. I don't use that. Hold the paper down flat as I rip it up and move my hand to keep everything flat so the paper doesn't bend and curl. But with this, you have to be very careful. So what I do is I take a spatula and I stick this underneath, and not just jabbing it under there, but I take it, I turn my wrist like this, and it lifts it up. So for this wreath, I'm just going around being really careful. You can see these are connected here, so I don't want to just try to rip one up. I want to try to get them both up and release them both. And sometimes you can't get under there because of this big piece here. So I'm going to try to just leave some of that for now, until I can get more of this up and get this started. So I got this started now. I can just kind of pull this up, and it will make it easier to get everything else out. This is just scraps. So now I can go ahead and work on this outside, or the inside. And turn your mat so it's more comfortable for you. There we go. Now if it has any of the inside pieces, just pull those out. They should be pretty loose and come out really easy. This is so pretty. Thank you, Jen Goody, for creating this. She's the one that designed this and drew it and everything. I think this is so pretty, just as it is, just this piece. I think we could use this for a lot of different projects. We could add flowers to it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I just found this out by mistake. Okay, I used the gold glitter pen, the fine tip gold glitter. I used the fine point moccasin pen. Now, I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but now it looks like I used a brown glitter pen. I can still see the glitter, even though I used the gold glitter pen first and then the brown one on top of it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's beautiful. So glad I made the mistake of using the gold pen first. I think I can make any color glitter pen by using the gold pen and then another color on top. Amazing. Okay, let's take this off. So cool. Have to be very careful taking this off the mat. Now remember, I use my digital paper as a pattern for this. This is the digital paper I used. When you purchase my digital paper, you get it in size 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. So if you don't have a 12 by 12 printer, you can still use it in 8.5 by 11. It's so pretty. Okay, now let's get this put together. Okay, this is the part that's written on, and I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm going to put these on the back. You don't have to use these. Let me show you what they look like without them. It pretty much looks okay without them. Here's what they look like with them. These go under these leaves. And I like them as it gives it a little bit more color. You use 3 different colors of green. I use the pearl paper for these, and it gives it just a little bit of shimmer. So I do like it. So let's glue those on. Now there's 2 sizes of these, the smaller one to go over the small leaves, and then the bigger one. The pearl paper is double-sided, so it really doesn't matter which side you use, but make sure it fits over the hole. So it just has to fit over the hole and not on the outside edges. And I'm gonna use May's Art Glitter Glue, and I'm just gonna put a little glue around this edge. And continue all the way around. Okay, now I finished putting these on all the way around. It just takes a little bit of time. It's really easy. So this is the back. I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna take this here. Make sure that you can kind of read the thank you so it's not upside down. You don't wanna put it on upside down. And then you have to figure out how these go on. It's not really too hard. You see the cutouts here? You know that is where the bigger flowers are here, the bigger leaves. So put it on and make sure that kind of matches up. This doesn't look like that's right. So I'm just gonna move it up to the next one. Oh, got to leave this piece out. Up. Okay, this looks better, but not quite. I moved it again. I got it just right. There may be only one way this fits. If you would mark the back of the top when you take this off the mat, or maybe mark the bottom so you know which way this goes. I think that might be the best. Learn from my mistakes. So it does cover everything on here. See how there's no background showing like empty? There's a spot for everything. We're gonna turn this over, and I'm gonna keep this as straight as possible. Turning it over like this. And now I'm gonna put glue on here. So I know when after I get the glue on, I'm just gonna lift it up and put it back on there. And I'm gonna quickly, as I can, put glue on here. I don't want to turn this, otherwise I won't know which way it goes. Oops, get out of the way. Move this over. Uh-oh. This is not there. Make sure you use glue that dries clear. Maybe I should have put glue on the bottom piece. That might have been better. Okay, press it down. We can go ahead and put these on, and you can decide if you want this L here to go underneath that or on top of it. So I'm gonna add glue here. Just gonna go around it with dots. Try to center it. I think I'm gonna put this underneath that. I have thought about doing this in leather also. You could put this thank you in the wood leather or the pebbled leather. So I know a lot of you got the last mystery box with some faux leather. I wouldn't do the bottom piece in leather unless you also put it on some kind of chipboard or cardstock or something. Put this thankful in leather and that would be awesome. Okay, now let's put the orange pieces in. If you notice the orange pieces, there are different sizes, and to be honest, I am not gonna spend the time to try to figure out where they go. I know they go on these circles here, the bigger circles. So that's where I'm gonna put them. It kind of goes on these green swirls. So it won't be very hard to put some glue on some of these swirls. Just a dot of glue. Okay, got all of them on. Now it's time for the red berries. And these all go like 3 together. And I cut these out with pearl paper, so they're a little shimmery. I'm gonna use my quick stick tool. I'm just gonna put a dot of glue on each one. This makes it much easier. I'll try to put a link to this tool down in the description below. If you don't see a link, let me know in the comments. And that's it. Isn't it pretty? Now you could add glitter, you could have bling, you could add red rhinestones to it. You could do so much more. You could add stickles or glitter glue. And remember, this image is only available right now if you purchase the mystery box. If you missed my video on what's included in the mystery box, you can click on the card up here in the right, and there'll be a video to my mystery box and how to get this. I'll put a link below in the description for the mystery box. And if you purchase the mystery box while it's still available, I share this project with you, but you can't do the project unless you have these images. If you buy the mystery box or buy the image set this belongs to, then you can make this project. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. And here's a shout out to a few of the people who support this channel on Patreon. Purple Paisley Planner, Marty, Nettie, Connie, Sharon, Selva, Karen, Deborah, Diona, Jody, Angela, Laura, Jean, Candy, Karen, Reet, Patty, Connie, Shirley, Valerie, Amy, Debbie, Clarette, Arlene, Crystal, Kimberly, Rose, Liz, Sylvia, Anita, Brenda, Kathy, Catherine, Jenny, Dolores, Kathy, Nala, Bobby, Catherine, Marcia, Jill, Cheryl, Diane, Vicky, Deb, Sherry, April, Karen, Madeline, Shannon, Sandra, Judith, Chrissy, Michelle, Robin, Liz, Judy, Debbie, Belinda, Chris, Linda, Cynthia, Tony, Tammy, Dana, Melissa, and Linda. Thanks.